All right, cool. All right, so it's been a long time since I got on live on my business page. So long that I forgot that they've changed things. And if you don't have more than 1,000 followers, you can't go live anymore. I don't have more than 1,000 followers yet on my business page. So I can't just straight go live, which means that I had to go live on my page and then request to go live with myself from my business page to have it on my business page. A whole little situation. Anyway, I am back. I'm happy to be back. It's been quite some time since I have gotten on live to do a new moon live. In fact, the last time that I did a new moon live was literally March 21st, 2023. The Aries new moon that I did around. So it was the Aries new moon. It was also the beginning of the astrological new year, and it was something else going on. A spring equinox, I think. So it was like a big energetic situation going on there. But yeah, that was my last live, like going on 3 years ago, 2 years, 8 months, something like that. So I'm definitely a little rusty. I'm definitely a little nervous, but I'm back and I'm here, and that's one period. So happy new moon in Scorpio. Um, I'm not used to new moons being so close to the end of a season. Usually new moons come around the beginning of a season. But this year we had some interesting things going on. So in Virgo season, there was actually two new moons. One at the beginning of the season and one towards the very end, just because of how the days fell. The moon cycles are about 29 and a half-ish days that they travel through each astrology sign. So that kind of made it so that the next several upcoming new moons are going to be closer to the end of the season. So that's just where we are with that. So we all are also dealing with a couple other astrological things going on. So I know y'all know that Mercury is in retrograde, which really isn't that as scary and as big of a deal as people make it seem like it is. Because first of all, Mercury isn't even actually retrograding. Retrograding means that the shit is spinning backwards. Like, it's not even possible for the planet to be spinning backwards for real. It just feels like it. And that can have an impact on you, especially if you believe that it's a big ass deal and it's going to fuck with you. Like, if you choose to submit to the belief that Mercury in retrograde is going to make stuff hard for you, then it's going to make stuff hard for you. If you are just aware of the potential for there to be like communication um, breakdowns or even technology like fumbling, then you can just work with it a little bit better. Also, just to be clear, like astrology, it is a thing, it is a real thing, but it's not like a fated destiny kind of thing. It's really much more of a forecast. So it just lets you know that there might be an increased capacity for some things. It doesn't mean that it's definitely going to happen a certain way. Like, just because you a Leo or a Scorpio or a Gemini, it don't mean that you definitely are going to always have the characteristics that are associated with those things. Especially because in our charts, they're so big, you have way more than just one sign. So I literally have planets in every sign except for, I think, Aries and Pisces. So there's 12 whole signs. I have things in 10 out of 12 signs. So it's just all based on how it falls. Anyway, so we're in Scorpio season. We are experiencing a Kazemi as well. That's something that I recently learned about astrologically. And first of all, the word Kazemi is an Arabic word that means heart of the sun. So when you have a Kazemi, that means that you have a couple different planets that are all close to the sun, like within 1 degree of the sun. So right now we have Scorpio, the Sun in Scorpio, the Moon in Scorpio, and we have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Generally, a Kazemi has to be, I think, 3 or more signs as well. But yeah, so we got a lot of Scorpio energy going on right now. So real quick, I'm going to just speak about some characteristics of the new moon, some characteristics of Scorpio as a sign, and then some of the things that's going on with the new moon being in Scorpio in particular. And then after all of that, I'm going to pull uh, an oracle card for anybody who might want one. Generally, I usually pull one for myself first, and then I pull one for anybody else. So let's just get into it. So the new moon is generally, like I said, typically is usually at the beginning of an astrological sign, astrological season. But as we see, that's not how it felt this time. But it's always a good time to set intentions around realignment. So what I mean by that is, say that you recognize that you have fallen off of certain things that you used to do that you know are really, really helpful for you. So if it's like certain like workout things that you do, certain diets that you have, even like something like getting enough sleep. Like if you just realize like, yo, I've been staying up late as hell, like I don't have to work the next day, and I haven't just been getting enough sleep. The new moon is a good time to help yourself sort of reset just because of the energy that's present at that time. It'll be a little bit easier to do it around the new moon than like in the middle of the month or even the full moon or something like that, just because it's a good time for like an energetic reset. It's also a good time to like reflect and like sit in stillness. So like take more time just to yourself, even if you take like 10 minutes to just sort of like sit down and like think like, all right, how am I feeling? What's been going on in my life? What's been going on with me personally, and what's been going on with my relationships, what's been going on at work or whatever. It's a good time for that. Definitely a good time for rest. Um, it's also a good time for you to sort of like rewrite old stories or narratives that you've been telling yourself, which sounds a lot like releasing, which is something that a lot of people do more so around the full moon because that's a good time for releasing. But just like basically re reclaiming, um, taking a story, evaluating, and then reclaiming how you want to move forward with it. So it's kind of like doing something new versus just simply letting something go. And lastly, is a good time to plant seeds for coming up with new things or like things you want to manifest. And I know that manifestation is kind of like one of those super overused buzzwords like narcissist, but manifestation is definitely a real thing. Um, It doesn't really matter if you believe in it, it believes in you. So like whatever you tell yourself regularly, cyclically, those you're gonna have more of those things sort of um repeating and becoming present in your life. So if you constantly telling yourself like, dang, I'm not gonna never have no money, I guarantee you're gonna be right and you're gonna be struggling with money all of the time. I did it today, reclaiming and realize how much I've grown. Yes, period. We all need that. One of the things that I actually did today, so my spiritual teacher yesterday was, I was in an ancestor class, and she was telling us that we should take some time to sit and evaluate like our relationships with money, um, in terms of like what we've been raised to think in our families about money, like just those kind of things. And one of the things that I recognized was that um, I while I didn't necessarily grow up with financial issues, like I never had to really worry about where food was going to come from. I always had enough for things. My mom would often um, repeat things like, oh, well, money don't grow on trees and stop wasting water or stop wasting this and be more grateful for the things that you have. So she sort of like still embedded almost this idea of like lack in my life, although I wasn't really lacking. So now that I'm in adulthood, even though I'm still not really lacking, I still tell myself these stories about how I don't have enough. Um, so yeah. Um, all right, on to Scorpio characteristics. So Scorpio is all about deep and intense motions. Like the deep stuff. Scorpios, a lot of times you'll be around somebody who has a lot of Scorpio energy, and you may feel like they're mad, like mysterious, like you just can't tell who they are or what they got going on. And it's really because like they know how to deeply shield themselves and like keep things on the inside. It's not that they don't feel things; they very much feel things. They actually have mad big ass feelings, and that's why an imbalanced Scorpio will crash the fuck out on you, and you just be sitting there like, "What happened?" Like she was just chilling until she wasn't, and then now all hell and then broke the fuck loose. Um, so Scorpio is definitely known for deep and intense emotions. Also hidden shadows as well, kind of in connection to what I was just was saying before, hidden shadows and hidden truths, right? So like a lot of times when you're dealing with a Scorpio who is balanced, it's gonna be hard to lie to that person. Like even if they might pretend to just be accepting your lies, like you telling them something and then they know that it's cap, they might not like blow your spot up like nigga you're lying, but they be knowing. They for sure be knowing. And sometimes they just know stuff even like even if you're good at hiding it to the point where they may even question like how do I know this, like I just feel like, and then a situation will come out later, come to the light, and I'll be like I knew it, like I don't know how I knew it but I just knew. And that's because of their ability to like see hidden shadows and truths not just in themselves but in other people as well. They're also really known for being loyal. um Generally when you got a good Scorpio friend or even somebody like a Scorpio rising or moon, that's gonna be a good friend for life. Um, yeah, unless something goes really left in terms of like a thing that you may have done to them. Scorpios is usually like down. Another characteristic for Scorpio is transformation. Story of your life, yes. Oh right, because you are a Scorpio. Period. Like, and sometimes Scorpios could be loyal to a fault, like so loyal to people outside of them that they start being disloyal to themselves. Um, but also, other characteristics of Scorpio are passion. They're very passionate, which most people, if you ask them about Scorpios and their passion, they'll like equate it to it just being like sort of like a inherently like sexual type of passion, but that's not the only way. They could be, hey Sarah girl. They can be deeply passionate about whatever their like goals are, like the work that they want to do in life. Um, they can also be very passionate just about like supporting their people, like not even just their own goals, but like the goals that uh the people who they really care deeply about. Yes, happy new moon. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm going through some of the characteristics of Scorpio. Then I'm going to talk about just the new moon in Scorpio. And then lastly, pull some cards for anybody who wants one. So, in addition to passion, they can also be very protective. And sometimes that is why you may see some of the behavior that you may associate as being weird with a Scorpio. It's like their way of protecting themselves. Like you might feel like, why is she so mean or standoffish, or why is he so insert strange trait here? And often it's done as like a protection mechanism for sure. And lastly, personal power. That's definitely a characteristic of Scorpios because like by the time they really like lock in and decide who they are, create who they are, like you really can't stop them from doing nothing. All right, so now briefly, I'm going to just tell you some of the things that's a good time to do when the new moon is in Scorpio. One of those things is definitely to face your own deep shadows, and shadows is another one of those sort of overused words. Shadow work, shadow work. You hear people talk about it a lot, but a lot of people don't really know what it is. And like your shadows are basically the parts that you sort of struggle more to like about yourself, like the parts of yourself that you may not want to claim but are definitely there, or just like parts of yourself that you haven't necessarily integrated yet. So it could even be a good thing, but it may be something that you don't really embody very often. Those would be things that are in your shadows as well. So this is definitely a good time to face your shadows and your shadow emotions. So like if you notice that like you get jealous when you hear somebody speaking about their relationship because you are feeling like you're longing for a relationship yourself. You can really, this would be a good time to really like face that and figure out like, all right, what is it that I feel like is missing in my life? Like, why do I feel so bothered by seeing somebody have this thing that I don't have? Like, really sit and go deep and figure out why it is that you actually want that thing. Sometimes you want it just because of like conditioning. Other times you want it because of like old beliefs. And sometimes it is actually something that's good for you, but you're not really looking at it deeply. So it sort of evades you kind of thing. Like when you want something just to want it, that's not really a good enough reason for the universe to bring it to you, especially if you're not doing anything to sort of move the energy towards you. Um, this is also a good time to reevaluate patterns, um, like just things that you sort of like cyclically do without even recognizing that you do them, and try to determine if it's a good pattern or habit to still have. Um, I know, like for example, you may realize that like when you first enter a room, you could be like really, really like quiet and standoffish, just sort of like peeping the scene of what's going on. And that could be a good thing. But that could also be something that causes you to miss opportunities because you don't want to sort of put yourself out there or like speak up or be, just sort of open to certain connections. And I'm not saying to just, go into a room and just be all like free flowing and not paying attention. But like there may be situations or even a calling for you to sort of shift that pattern. Um, it's definitely a good time. New Moon and Scorpio is definitely also a good time for you to assess where you are giving up your power. And I had a whole lot of experience with that this year, particularly with my last job. I just realized I never lit my candle. I ain't burn no incense, no palo, no nothing. But yeah, I did a lot to give up my power this year, like primarily with my job, but also in other areas in my life. And I've made the conscious decision over the last few months, particularly in this energy though, to definitely reclaim my power. Like even starting to tap back into Mac Jones is one of the ways that I'm working to do that for sure. Um, so yeah, it's also a good time to refocus on your passion. So again, me tapping back into Mac Jones, making like the effort and putting in the work. I've been working on some things behind the scenes, so I'm really, really excited about just like what's to come in the semi near future. I've also um, started recently reconnecting with one of my friends from the activist community here in Philly to do some things around food insecurity because that has sort of been on my mind even um, when the government first went into shutdown, but before they cut people's stamps, I know I started feeling like there was something that I wanted to do to sort of help with that. Um, and as I still was sort of like navigating coming out of this place of feeling like powerlessness, I was just spending a lot of time just in the feeling like I wanted to do something phase, not really the actively trying to do something phase. And then one day I just kind of woke up and was like, maybe I'll create something. And then I had an idea to reach out to a friend who created something back in peak pandemic. And I sort of helped her by like writing some literature to sort of help it spread. So I decided to reach out to her to see if she was open to us working together, and she was. So I'm going to be working with the Joan Aid Mutual Fund in terms of like helping to do some things around food insecurity. So we are um, working on an initiative called Feed the Johns, which is really about raising money to help people buy groceries. Like I know that the stamps did come back on, but it's after about a month of people not having them. So there's like people trying to play catch up. We're also just trying to put some things in place just because we know that they could turn them off again just at any point like they did before. So that's like one of the passions that I was sort of refocusing on, like um, grassroots type of thing. And lastly, um, because Scorpio, one of the characteristics is transformation, this is really a good time to like step into your Phoenix energy, like to really like let old parts of yourself die. That's just like it's over with. It's just like, okay, they used to work really well for me. But just being real with yourself about how maybe it is not going to get you into your next phase. So making peace with that and allowing that part to die away and rebirthing in a new phase. An example I could give for that is like I used to be somebody who smoked a whole lot of weed, like a whole lot, like every day, multiple times a day, all of that. And I haven't smoked now in a couple of months. Um, I'm not sure that I'll never smoke again, but I am pretty sure I'll never smoke as much every single day as I did again because it just doesn't really align with who I am and where I'm moving to. So that was a lot, but yeah, that's all of that is related just to just the energy that's present right now. And now I'm going to pull some cards. Um, I'm going to pull from this African Goddess Rising Oracle deck here. No, it shows things backwards, but um, just in the vein of stepping into your power, reclaiming power, rewriting your stories. I feel like this is a good deck to go along with that. So I'm going to quickly pull a card for myself, and then if you want me to pull one for you, you can drop a Scorpion, a Scorpio sign, or a new moon in the comments, and then I'll know that you want me to pull a card for you as well. Okay. All right. So I got the Queen Ya Asantewa card, which is representing leveling up, which I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I've said it or not, but I'm definitely in that season of leveling up. I've definitely been on some different stuff since this retreat I went on. Honestly, even leading up to me being able to go there, like I had to level up to be able to go. Definitely leveled up while I was out there. Definitely been leveling up since I've been back. So yeah, I'll quickly read this, and then Kayla, I'll pull a card for you. Okay. So it says Queen Ya Asantewa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the War of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the regent's Kra, which is their life force energy. So her guidance, it says, raise your standards. Take a leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. So that's talking, I guess, more, about leadership. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. And that's so crazy because one of the things my dad told me last Saturday was that ever since I came back from this retreat, he feels like I'm just kind of like moving with like a higher vibrational energy. And he was saying how he can literally feel it in the house. And I was telling him about how like I've been talking to like some of our ancestors. And I felt like my great grandmom told me that like she had the power of like sight and very vivid dreams. I've been experiencing that a lot, especially since I've stopped smoking. And my dad's always sort of have very vivid dreams too. And he told me since I've been back, he's been having like more dreams a night, like 3 to 4 dreams a night, and he's been remembering them more than he used to. So I just thought that was crazy. So yeah, like the choice that I'm making, I see that they're sort of helping slowly raise the frequency of my community, like even just in my house. All right, the embodiment message. It says, time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up. Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. And that's another thing. Like I this week, Monday, I reached 365 straight days of meditating at least once a day. So just, and as I said, um, small actions lead to quantum leaps. So that's been kind of a small action that I've taken, because I'm I'm only meditating between like 5, maybe 20 minutes on a good day. Um, but I'm not doing like these deep, heavy meditations, but just those small, like little actions that I've been taking each day are leading to the quantum leaps. And then lastly, it says the goddess declaration, divine timing is on my side, which I know that I've been seeing and experiencing that quite a bit. All right, so I see I got Kayla, the star lady. Okay, I'll pull one for you. I'm not exactly sure who that is, so I want you to drop your name in the chat so that I can use that to pull a message in for you. My heart is happy hearing this, for real. Oh, thank you, girl. Yes, you gotta come. You gotta come back to Sacred Sunday. We gotta get some things talking. And I really miss you so much. Like, I gotta figure out how to get down there, because I spent this summer traveling, all unemployed. So I feel like that means that I can figure out how to get to Florida. If I can get to DR twice and a whole retreat in Mexico with no job, I'll get to Florida. So I gotta put that on my to-do list for sure. Okay. All right, Kayla girl. All right, I'm not even gonna lie to you. The names. Oh, hey, Miss Lisa. Yes. Okay, period. Thank you for joining. All right. I do not know how to pronounce this. I am going to try. It looks like it says succulents. It's given Haitian, but I'm not sure. We're going to find out together when we read it. But it says it's the card of scarcity. So I asked for a message that would be um, good for you to hear in this right now moment. First of all, the card is gorgeous. Okay, she is eating down. And I don't know if you peep the right here in the white. So it looks like there's an elder standing right behind her. She got her cane situation. She's dressed in all white. Is definitely giving ancestor. And you already know how the ancestors been on your body, Kayla. And then all of the fire imagery is definitely given death and rebirth. Phoenix energy is definitely giving all of the tings, honey. Okay. And the number for that is 21. Don't know if that's helpful for you to know that as well. Received the card before. Okay. All right. So it says beauty by day and hag by night. The Succulents is an energy vampire. Interesting. Oh, so it says this represents the shadow of scarcity, and it's from Trinidad. So not Haitian, but Trinidadian. It says also known throughout the diaspora as Old Hige and Boo Hag. Whether energy or blood, for vampires, there is never enough to go around. And I think we was talking about that. So, just the energy of people wanting more and more and more from you all the time. And just like, well, what's left for me? All right. So it says her shadow guidance, which is so fitting with it being Scorpio season. You have so much more than you realize. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasures, and prosperity. Be grateful for your riches. And then the embodiment message, I'm sorry. It says, stop going to the ocean and asking for a thimbleful of water. It doesn't feel like it when you're desperate, but scarcity and lack are an illusion. Prosperity is believing that there is an overflow, more than enough love, happiness, well-being, and money to go around. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. Ooh, I just feel like I gotta say that again. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. That is scarcity. That is scarcity consciousness. When you embody lack, you are always hungry, tired, and jealous. So make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for right now? And then the goddess declaration is my blessings always overflow. So I ain't even gotta go too deep. You probably got this deck at your crib because you got a bunch of decks too, and I'm already knowing that you know it. So yeah. I know that you've been tapping into your gratitude, but maybe do a little bit more. Maybe even do it with like even the most basic things. Like I'm so glad that, it's I can open the window, get some fresh air. I'm so glad that, whatever, anything small. Like I'm so thankful that I farted just now and it ain't stink that bad. Like just find the gratitude, darling. Find it. And embody it. I think I have to sit in it more deeper. Okay. True, 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 true. Yeah. All right, Miss Lisa. Want to pull a card for you. Saphira, let me know if you want me to pull one for you too afterwards. Oh, oh. Hey, Miss Lisa, hold on now. Given they might got a lot to say to you. Let's see. Yeah, it's feeling. Yeah, you got a couple of things. Okay, so you got the level up card, like I had. Um, and you also got Medusa, which is rage. Okay, so I don't know if my light situation is letting you really see. Okay, so I'll read the numbers for you. So the level up card is 39. The Medusa card is 23. Um, so I'll read the guidance message and the embodiment message again, as well as a declaration for the level up card. So the guidance says, raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet, which I know you already know that, Miss Lisa. Then it says, for the embodiment message, time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. The goddess declaration is divine timing is on my side. Okay. And something else that I used to do that I think I'll continue to do is after the live, I'll take pictures of the cards as well as the messages, and I'll DM them to you so that you can have them. All right, so that was level up card, and then the other one is Medusa, is rage. Um, it's so interesting because like whenever I get to interact with you, Miss Lisa, even if you're upset, I feel like you do a really good job of like not showing it, like you don't give that energy off, but Um, looking at this card, there's definitely some serious anger and rage in the imagery there. All right, so Medusa, the shadow of rage. It says that this one is representing Libya. Medusa is feared as an ugly, vicious monster bitch. That's what the book said. I'm not disrespecting you, Miss Lisa. That's what it say in the book. I'm sorry. The truth, the Libyan Berber dark goddess of wisdom's rage is secret, epic, and fully justified. So Medusa's shadow guidance says, you are pissed off and petrified, angry and shaking, but underneath that, you are hurt and heartbroken, feeling undervalued or overwhelming. You can't stay silent anymore. Let your joys, hopes, and beauty rage on. All right, so I'm not sure if this message is resonating or not, Miss Lisa. Maybe it is. Um, but yeah, it's saying through all of the anger and all of the anger at the root, you're really feeling like hurt. And you need to speak on it. Like, don't keep that inside and like let that fire burn you down from the inside. Hey, baby Nay. Um, okay. Then the embodiment message for Medusa, it says, take a breath, close your eyes, and put both hands over your lower abdomen. Tune into the part of you that feels out of control. Flood it with loving, healing, golden light. Now put both hands over your heart and do the same. You have a right to your full range of emotions, including anger. Sacred rage inspires us to run for office, lead protests, and shift policies, but unhealthy rage can devour your very soul. Get clear on what is really happening and allow yourself to feel your feelings to see the truth. Just because you feel threatened does not mean you are being threatened. Okay. So yes, the unhealthy rage can devour your very soul. So one of those things about like not actually speaking on the rage, just keeping it inward, that's definitely an example of the unhealthy rage. So definitely get it out. Like whether you say it to the person, you just write it out, you got to get it out. And then the goddess declaration for you is, I have a right to feel my feelings. It applies. Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that it's resonating. I'm sorry to hear that you're facing whatever it is that you're facing, but you got to tell whoever or whatever about themselves. You got to get it out, Miss Lisa. Okay. So, yeah, after everything, I'll take a picture of both the messages and the cards and I'll send them to you. All right. Okay. So Kayla says, but I also think because I'm evolving and stepping into my manifestation, so many people see that and are trying to be in my energy. Yep. That makes sense. Definitely makes sense. So it may be shifting. That could be what's impacting your gratitude too, because if it's like there's so many things coming into you, so like how they say moths are drawn to a flame. Like if you got more of that moth energy around, it may sometimes make it a little bit more difficult to appreciate the things that you have, because just like it's also bringing all of these other things with it. So just covering yourself more as well may be something that helps. All right. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Yes. This is my favorite card in the deck. It's also the card that's on the cover of the book, Oshun. Like, look how beautiful that is. I don't know if the light. Look at her. Just laying around like a baddie, looking like Mariah Carey in one of her music videos. Just beautiful. Yeah, but again, like this is literally the card that's on the book. All right, Oshun. So it says fearless love. And the number for this one is 25. Yes, protecting myself. Love, right? Sarah? Real crew, or whatever. And you already know Oshun and how she carried it. So, Oshun, the goddess of love. In this deck, she's representing the Yoruba tribes within Nigeria. So it says, Goddess Oshun is the exalted Orisha or deity of honey sweet waters, love, sensuality, fertility, and beauty. But the Yoruba Lady of Gold's anger and jealousy can also flood and destroy. So for like as sweet and soft as she can be and beautiful, don't play with her. Very much don't play with her. Very much reflective of you. Like very, very like you could be a great time, like so soft and so tender. And then, that Gemini energy could flip and then it could be, oh hell. Hell no. You had me fucked up. I have to show you that. Um, Oshun's guidance. So it says, dare to love, but begin with loving yourself. Dare to love, begin with loving yourself. Dare to love, begin with loving yourself. Yep. Something said say it mad times. So one more time. Dare to love, begin with loving yourself. Allow yourself to be loved. You feel everything deeply. You are porous with a wall around your heart. This is your paradox. So, you feel everything so deeply, but it just leads to so many things. Then the embodiment message. It says, you are loved and you are worth loving. Your divine assignment is to remain open to fearless love. You deserve to be loved in your language. You are worthy of a love that remembers your beauty at your ugliest moments. Don't allow your unhealed past to block your future. Real love is a sacred contract that says, I am vulnerable and committed. Your heart is safe with me. Let's expand our consciousness together. Yes, so we already know you've been through a lot. And sometimes when you've been through so much, it could be hard to remember and it could be hard to remember that there is no limitation on love and that there really is true divine love out there. Like, yes, you have experienced something less than that, but no, that does not mean that your love is not out there. Um, First of all, it's out there, but it's also in here. And like for as much love as you so freely and willingly give to everybody else, you got to start with giving it to yourself, and then everybody else can get from the overflow. Like the only one that you really should even be considering giving it to over yourself is your daughter, just your daughter. Everybody else, take a number. And really, that's only just because she's so little. When she gets to a certain age, you first. And then the goddess declaration for you is, I give love, I receive love, I am love. Okay, beautiful. All right. So, Sarah, do you want a card as well? Um, yeah, this is good. Thank you guys for joining. I'm so happy. I know I waited to the last minute. I literally did not post this until today, but it had been on my mind. I was telling myself that for whatever reason, that this was going to be the first new moon that I started with. Coming back for the lives. I had the technical difficulties of not having enough followers on my Mac Jones account, so I had to go live on both. Oh yes, baby Nay, yes, yes, yes. Um, yeah, I'll pull a card for you first, baby Nay, and then I'll do you, Sarah. I love when you do this. Oh, thank you, girl. It feels good to do it. I also feel like I was super nervous getting on here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. One, I felt mad rusty. I haven't been on this kind of live in a while. I also felt like some sort of blockages about just doing Mac Jones things. But I just decided to push through it. This feels right. This feels like I'm supposed to be doing this. So I'm glad that I decided to do it. I'm definitely moving forward. We're going to be a little bit more organized. Definitely got to see what I can do in terms of like the follower thing. But in the meantime, like I made it work. I feel like 2 years and 8 months ago, the last time I did this would have just like, well, can't do it. Put up a post, sorry guys, and Instagram won't let me go live, and I'm just like not on it. So I'm just happy for the growth. I can feel it. Hey, baby Nay. I just had the urge to sing a song like Queen. Baby Nay. But baby Nay. Oh, uh-oh. Might be like Miss Lisa. Or got more than one message. Let's see. And do. And do. Child, you got all the messages. 3 messages. Oh, thank y'all. Perfect. We need your energy. You're doing amazing. Thank you. You're on point. Just do it. Love it all. And you're tapped in. Thank you. For your energy and your radiant confidence and so much light. My heart's so happy for you, girl. Oh, so sweet. So yeah, baby, now you got the ancestors, the spirit team, most high, your higher self, all of the energy got so much to say to you. So you have Katesh, which is the sacred lust card. Okay, number on that one is 26. You have Mom Lambo, number 24. It says it's the self-sabotage card. Okay. I, this You got some sexy cards, girl. These ones look very nice. And then you have Sarah Lakali, which is the divine lineage card, which that's you already know. Um, Definitely giving ancestor. My girl LOL, she always coming up for me. Which one? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start with Katesh. I feel like your girl is the last one, the divine lineage card, but I'll see. All right. So Katesh. Oh, very next one after Saphira's Oshun. Very much so. All right, so Katesh, it says she's the goddess of sacred lust from Egypt. Um, oh, I didn't see. When I send you on the thing, it'll tell you like the element that goes with each one of them because I was skipping that part. I'm sorry, y'all. I told y'all I was a little nervous. Oh, Mama Lambo comes up for you. Okay, cool. So Katesh is the mistress of the gods. It says she is the Egyptian goddess of sacred sexuality, ecstasy, and fertility. Her 2 men, yes, 2 men are the fertility gods, Men and Mantu, the god of war. So, oh, all right. Her 2 men are the fertility god Men and Mantu, who's the god of war. Katesha's guidance. It says you are an erotic creature. You have a divine right to experience sensual ecstasy. It is sacred to give and receive pleasure. Okay. The embodiment message. I've been getting all 3 of them throughout this year. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So you deserve to feel good. It feels good to feel good. So allow yourself to feel good. Yeah. You deserve to feel good. It feels good to feel good. So allow yourself to feel good. Lean into your sacred lust. That's so crazy. Like, I never even thought, like, that phrase is like blowing me a little bit. I've never even thought about the idea of lust being something that could be sacred just because of, I feel like, the way that we tend to have, like, hit the messages that we tend to receive about the concept of lust. Like, I'm gonna sit on that later. Lean into your sacred lust. Turn up your own fire and quench your thirst. Dance with pleasure. Your daring to embrace your sensuality will set the world on fire. Okay, yeah. So I don't I don't know that this is only talking about like lust, just sexual. I know it says sensual ecstasy and she got 2 men and fertility god and god of war. Like, I knows that, but also I feel like fertility is not just about like actually like not just talking about sex. It's talking about the other things that you're birthing. Like, you got your 10-year anniversary coming up in January. Like, maybe it's telling you to sort of even like tap into this energy, like get real sacral as you're like continuing to navigate and prepare for that. Um, but also maybe it is talking about, some little adult time. Yeah, the 2 men, 2 of them. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fertility god and the god of war. And you see him. Look at him. Bowing at her feet. And that's on purr. The goddess declaration is it feels good to feel good. So you need to write that down, save it on your lock screen, say it 10 times a day, 369 method or something. It feels good to feel good, because I know that that's also something that you deal with, is like not allowing yourself to really like enjoy things. So and then you said you've been getting that message all year. So hopefully you've been, slowly tapping into that, but maybe you need to like nosedive, like really like get in there, tap into that joint for real. All right, Mama Lambo, Mama Lambo, and Sarah Lacali. Um, so this is 24. Mama Lambo says shadow of self-sabotage, from the Zulu culture. So the shadow monster Mamlambo is the brain-sucking, snake-like, water-dwelling Zulu goddess of rivers. Her shadow guidance says you are holding yourself apart from your blessings. What ancient pain are you trying to stuff down, numb, ignore, or avoid? What does your self-sabotage help you to avoid? hmm So, and with it being, Scorpio New Moon, this is a good time to sit in and face the things that you've been avoiding. So really like take some time tonight if you can to really think about the things that you've been avoiding that may be causing you to sabotage yourself. Embodiment message. Your inner saboteur is clever. Seductive patterns of behavior block your path and your power. Distractions, addictions, craving, and unhealthy habits will not bring you your best. Your inner bully is the voice telling you you messed up, the part of you that is jealous, the anger you don't know what to do with, your stuck inner procrastinator, and your toxic relationship choices. It says, it says step terrorizing yourself with broken promises. I think I mean stop. Yeah. Stop terrorizing yourself with broken promises of discipline. Instead, choose devotion to your chosen pathways. What inspired action can you take today? So this is perfect because one of the things, so I was looking at your story the other day. As you know, I know you've been on your workout journey and stuff like that. And you had a day where I think you weren't able to get to the gym. And then the next day you were feeling a little down on yourself about that. Um, and then I think like even with like your food prep thing, like you just had a couple things like going on, almost like with some Murphy's Law shit, like just like thing after thing not working out. And I felt like you had like a heaviness in your spirit about that. And what I'm getting from this is to not focus on that. So like yeah, we'll have like this vision for how we want things to go, but and sometimes it's not going to go that way. And instead of us just being so like hard on ourselves about that, we need to just be a little bit more flexible and like just continue on. Like so sometimes you may end up taking a break. I know that you have the goal to do it every single day. Um but like give yourself grace anytime that you're not able to. Yes, releasing that control, because like we not in control. Like we got the power, but we're not in control. Um I think one of the things people often say is um tell God your plans and God will laugh or something like that. And it even makes me think about the hood healer. She used to say this thing all the time. She used to say, bitch, you ain't no planner. Like obviously, make a plan. Like have goals, take steps towards achieving those goals, but definitely have some flexibility. And like once things like deviate from that plan, instead of like spiraling or like beating yourself up about it, just try to remember that um rejection is often redirection. So and on that day where you couldn't make it to the gym, maybe it's because what you needed was rest. Like that day where you're just like, dang, I don't have like my super healthy food that I really wanted to eat. Maybe what you needed was just to sort of have a slight break from that so that you can stay on that journey, versus like you just get bored of eating the same old crunchy granola ass shit every day. And then you're like, you know what, fuck this. I'm eating a pizza, a whole one right now because I'm tired of this shit. Um, so yeah. And then the goddess declaration, which is basically what I've been saying for the last 45 seconds of me talking, is I have compassion for myself. So have some compassion for yourself. And then last one, number 6, Sarah Lakali, the divine lineage. And I'm already, so, the ancestors been heavy with you, just like they was with Kayla. So let's see about this one. And this is cool too, because I never really fully explored this deck quite as much. I've used it sometimes, but not quite as much as my other decks. So some of these cards is my first time ever seeing them. All right, so Sarah Lakali is the goddess of the divine lineage, and it says she's from Romani/Egypt. On the neck, right? The back, neck, elbow, head, everything. They everywhere. So it says great ancestress Sarah Lakali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Oral history says Saint Sarah had the highest divine lineage. Okay, so last night we was on our ancestor class, right? Out of everybody outside of the teacher, you had the most with you. It says you had a whole 30 piece with you. So it checks out. Sarah Lakali's guidance. Your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust. And I'm going to just give you, a shout out because I've been watching you trust yourself more. So, yes, keep eating it up. The embodiment message. It says, your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine, which you've been doing more. So again, good job eating it up. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what stuck out to me when I read that, definitely give your altar some more attention. So I don't know if you've created it yet or not, but if you haven't, I would say do it in the next 7 days, even if it's just something small. And if you have, maybe it's time to refresh it, or even like try to increase your time that you spend at it. Your goddess declaration. Yes, I need to sit more there. Okay. Goddess declaration. I am my sister and my sister is me. Period. Okay. All right, girl. So those were your messages. Sarah, I'm going to pull one for you. Oh, I don't know why I hit it so many times this time. Okay. You're welcome, baby Nay. Sarah, you ready? Okay, period. Miss you, boo. Nice to see you in here. I miss you, girls. I keep telling you, girls, let me know when you have a day off of work, because you live real close. Like, I could come to. I just came to Jersey on Monday to go to a dance class. And I feel like that was probably a further drive than where you are from me. Oh, uh-uh. You got the most cards out of everybody, darling. 4 cards. Is it 4 or 5? 4. Wow. I'm gonna stop playing. We need the link. Not even just this, but I don't know if you've been meditating or what you got going on or don't got going on, but they're trying to talk to you. And you need to listen. All right, so you got 36 Queen of Sheba, which is Secrets Revealed. Laugh my ass off. Sarah got them thrown at her. Like, actually, exactly. It said, oh, you paying attention? Bet, 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 bet. While you listening, you also got Queen Nefertiti. Love her. Goddess of alchemy. Yes. Okay. Period. So you could transmute some things. This is number 38. You got Jumbi, which is mass. This card is pretty beautiful. I've seen that before. And that's definitely giving Scorpio New Moon energy with the mask. And the last one, another one that's eating me up. Okay. Bokumu, Mbokumu, goddess of soul forgiveness. All right, girl. Maybe this is why you was towards the end. It's like you had to wait patiently because there's a lot to be said to you. Okay, first one, Queen of Sheba. Just got out of a session. Perfect. I'm 36 years old. Stop. Obsessed with this deck. Wow. Yeah, girl. African Goddess Rising Oracle. All right. So, Queen of Sheba says it's the goddess of secrets revealed. Okay, so that's also very Scorpio energy. Right? Yes, last card was beautiful. Especially with the babies. All right, so it says in the Bible, the wealthy Queen of Sheba brings a caravan of gifts to King Solomon. The Ethiopian holy book reveals that she was their Queen Makeda, and that together they sired King Menelik I. Queen of Sheba's guidance says, open your eyes. Secrets are being revealed. It is safe for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. And then the embodiment message. You don't know what you don't know. Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided. Choose your own path. Okay, so you said you just came out of a session. I don't know if you mean like a one-on-one session or like a meditation session, but what I feel called to tell you is that you need to ground more before you go into those sessions. Because if you're not grounding, even if you are meditating regularly, if you're not grounded first, the messages can't come through. So I think you need to ground more before you go into your. You need to ground more. Period. Um, yeah, you need to ground more. Period. I think can't remember your sun sign. I think is it Pisces. I just remember you a Leo moon and a Leo rising, and that's a lot of fire. And I think you need to ground more, just on period. Um, but yes, do and in doing so, more things can be revealed to you. More secrets can be revealed to you, and then some things I feel like they're not necessarily secrets, but you're missing it. Um, just from not being grounded. All right, then the goddess declaration for this one says, "I am connected to the divine." Yes, Pisces. Yeah, so you already know Pisces is a water sign, man, emotional, and then y'all already very like deep in like y'all get lost in the esoteric real quick, and then you got all that Leo-y fire in the background just helping you also not sit the fuck down. So yes, definitely um work to ground more, and things will come. Because I mean, things are there, but then you'll be able to see more, and then they'll open the pathways for more things to come. Okay. Next one, Queen Nefertiti. Next one is Queen Nefertiti. The goddess of alchemy from Egypt. Nefertiti was a legendary Egyptian queen whose name means a beauty has come. Oh, that's beautiful. I know that's what that meant. Okay. Celebrated as a goddess and her husband's equal, Queen Nefertiti led a spiritual revolution, worshiping Aten, the sun god. Queen Nefertiti's guidance. It is time. It is time. You turn everything that life throws your way into gold. You are on the path to fulfilling your purpose. I don't I don't know why I feel like that this is related to your music. I don't know where I'm getting that from or even if you know what that means, but You're on a path to fulfill your purpose. Embodiment. It says you are an alchemist. You have the power to bend universal energy. Dare to transmute lead into gold by shifting from fear to love. Everything you desire exists in some form of loving energy. Match this frequency. See it in your mind's eye first. Imagine it. I am loved fully. What does it look like, taste, and smell like to be loved unconditionally? I am happy and healthy. See it. I am a money magnet. What does it feel like? So definitely do some third eye meditations and visualizations specifically, and tap into it. Like literally use all of your senses. So I'm almost done with my debut album. Child, yes, girl. Period. I'm so excited for you. Yes. So you're on the path to fulfill your purpose and am. Okay. Yeah. So maybe that's the thing that you need to be seeing in your mind's eye. See yourself being fully done with this project. See yourself fully rolling it out. See yourself performing it. Like see yourself even going on tour with it. Like visualize what that shit looks like, tastes like, smells like, feels like. Like feel the unconditional love that you're getting from people as you sing, because you have a beautiful voice. Like, yeah, yep. Everything I touch turns to gold. So I don't know, maybe wear more gold. Maybe incorporate some gold into your album art. But like step into that. And anytime you feel any kind of doubt or fear or whatever, alchemize it. This is the goddess of alchemy. So take that fear, take that doubt, take that whatever, and transmute it into something to help. Because like this album has been a complete album. I know you've had projects before, but the album, I know that this for you has been a long time coming, and it may have taken this long because that's what it needed to really be the true work of art that is about to be. So yeah, period. Okay, next one, Jumbi, which is Mask. This is 18 track album. Yes, girl. 18 tracks, number 18 on the card as a girl. Girl. Okay, so it says that this is the shadow of Mask. Um, from the Caribbean. All right, so it says Jumbis are the scary, shadowy, otherworldly spirits and monsters of the Caribbean. Interesting. So Jumbi's shadow guidance. It says, where is the lie? Get quiet to get clear. Put your hand on your heart. Now, are you confused or are you afraid? Mm-hmm. Your B-Day the 18th, the card is 18 tracks on the song. Okay. Okay, and not for nothing, the first one was 36, which is 18 twice. Okay. Now, put your hand on your heart. Now, are you confused or are you afraid? Now, which is it? Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And then the embodiment message, it says, show your true face. Wearing a mask blocks your vulnerability and your blessings. If you are wearing a mask, dare to reveal yourself, because you are lying to others and to yourself. Wearing a mask is exhausting. So be you. Right. How old is she? Alignment is fuck you. Right. If you are wearing a mask, dare to reveal yourself. You are lying to others and to yourself. Wearing a mask is exhausting. Be you. If someone else is wearing a mask with you, you deserve clarity. Your relationship and connection is built on lies. So their mask is a projection of your own. So if you feel like somebody is wearing a mask with you, not fully being honest with you, it may be because you're not fully being honest with them, or you're also not really being honest with yourself. So just let yourself be, Sarah. Because these other people ain't fucking with you out here anyways. So just be. And then the goddess declaration for this one is, I am willing to remove the mask. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yep. All right. And then you got one last card, which is 28. It's the one that had my tongue in the blender trying to read it. Umbokumu, soul forgiveness, which I haven't read this message before, but I just already feel inclined to tell you that you are already moving in that direction. I feel like you have either recently forgiven yourself about something, or you're slowly stepping into that energy. Um, and that may be why some things are starting to like move for you in terms of um nearing completion of your album. All right, so it says the goddess of soul forgiveness, from Bantu tribe. Um, it says for the Ngombe Bantu, goddess Mbuku was the first woman. Her father, Akongo, the cranky supreme god, put Mbokumu and her loud children in a basket and dismissed them to earth. Oh, okay. I think I remember um, this story from my childhood, actually. Mbokumu's guidance. Okay, so this John got my country ass tongue fighting for his life. Yes, Nicole, I'm reading cards again. You want me to pull one for you? I want the last one for Sarah here. Um, yeah, so it says that her guidance. It says, who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you and from you. Ooh, for you and from you. I like that. Likes that. Embodiment. So it says you can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Mm. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim colored glasses. But forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Okay, period. I forgive you, but stay your ass over there. Am I mad at you? No. Can you come over here? Also, no. Yes. Okay. Start with self forgiveness by saying out loud, I forgive myself with love. And then her goddess declaration has two sentences. It says, I forgive and free myself. I forgive and free others. So if there's things you've been holding on to, it's time to let some of it go. It will free you, and it will also free whoever else may be involved. Even if it appears that they've been walking around scot free, like sometimes you feel like somebody do you wrong and they just move on like do, like they ain't always feeling as much peace as it look like. And even though they did you wrong, forgiving does release something for you as well as for them. While this read was 1,000 out of 10, yay! Okay, period. So yeah, I'm gonna need some time because this I definitely was on here longer than I thought I was going to, and I ain't write them down. So now I got to skip back through the live to find the cards and stuff to take the pictures to send to y'all. So give me till tomorrow. The new moon peaked today. And then the way it works, like there's a shadow period before and after. So 3 days before and 3 days after that energy is still present, even though the moon starts to move to other signs. So you still have a couple of days to like reread through the messages, and they still feel like they're resonating anyway. But yeah, girl. So your reading is complete. Glad that you was able to get something out of it that it resonated. I'm going to pull a card for Nicole. Kelvin, I see you on there in the shadows. If you want a card pull, I could pull one for you too. I don't know if you want to just enjoy watching or what, but just let me know. All right. I love you. Thank you. I love you too, boo. Yeah. So again, let me know when you try to link. We could do some things. At the very least, get some food. I'm always down for some good food. And then we could, catch up. I'm sure we have all of the things to catch up on since it's been some time. All right. All right, Nicole. Let's see what I got for you. Oh, okay. All right, you got Tituba. This card cute. That's pretty. It's like mad flowers and stuff. Okay, so it says feeling safe. Okay. And the number for that one is 4. So I'll be saying the numbers, like you could always like look up numbers and figure out like and find out what the meaning is of each number. That helps you sort of get even like more information. Um but anyway, so you got Tituba, which says is the goddess of feeling safe. She is associated with the Barbados, Guyana, and Salem. I'm not sure. Oh, Salem. Okay. Like I think it is Salem, like kind of like the witch trials, because I do remember hearing the name Tituba in relation to that story as well. Anyway, it says the great ancestress Tituba was an enslaved Caribbean woman who was the first person accused in the 1692 Salem witch trials. Yep. She was most likely kidnapped from the Guyana region in South America and then sold through a Barbados plantation. So her guidance, it says, it is finally safe to be you. You have wandered through a dark night. Your trip has been long. There is light ahead. Your liberation is apparent. All right. So what I feel like it's saying is that like you was dealing with some situations where like you couldn't really show up as your whole self. And I don't know why, but I feel like it got something to do with like your job. Like you had to just sort of like go to work, clock in, just do your job, and that's it. Like don't really bust it up with too many people. Don't really like build too many connections. You just had to go to work, lock in, and just do that. But I feel like you're being told to just like let more of your personality out right now. The embodiment message. So it says you deserve to feel secure. Feeling safe is knowing that your basic needs are met. Feeling safe is feeling at home in your body. Feeling safe is trusting your journey. Feeling safe is feeling free around those you love. Feeling safe is trusting that the sun will rise again. If you grew up emotionally, spiritually, or physically unsafe, reset your default expectations to a healthier vibration. So, yeah, like, you okay. If you've been feeling like it's mad stuff going on that has you, like, kind of, like, doubting things or just, like, unsure, like, you can let some of that go now. And it's not even to say that you was wrong. Like, you was probably right. But things are changing and you can like breathe a little easier now. That's sort of what I'm feeling called to tell you. And then the goddess declaration is I am safe. It is safe to be safe. So yeah, you good girl. If you was dealing with something that had you feeling a little like I don't know, the shit a little shaky. Um, some things they either have or they very soon will be clearing up, and it's gonna be all good. All right, yeah. So I feel like I'm supposed to pull another card for you. Like I feel like there feels a little unclear. Like I know sometimes when I'm pulling cards for people and I'm reading to them, like they might know what I'm talking about, where I won't know what I'm talking about, but I'm feeling unclear, and I feel like you might need more information too. So I'm just going to pull one more for you, and then I'll pull a card for Kelvin. And I could be wrong. You might have knew what I was talking about, or you might have just not agreed with it altogether. But I just felt like it's supposed to be more. Okay, yeah. You had a lot more cards fall out. Like you had so many fall out that yeah, I'm just gonna go with the top one because I feel like that's the one that was for you. All right, this is another one of them names that's hard for me to say. This one is Abo Nimba, which is the harvest goddess. That's number 43. Okay. All right, goddess of the harvest. You had had quite a few things. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, good. Um, goddess of harvest from Baga, Guinea. It says she is a fertility goddess, and Nimba is her living spiritual healing mass. Together, they embody the sacred feminine and abundance. So the guidance message says, "Give thanks. You are being blessed. It is harvest time." Then it says, "Pray attention, not pay attention. Pray attention." So I don't know how much you've been praying recently, but maybe pray a little bit more. Um, a season of great harvest is a season of great epiphanies. You are prospering. Then the embodiment message says, harvest is when you reap the blessing that you have sown. The harvest is not just the fulfillment of your dreams, but the creation of them. Your thoughts, your imagination, the blessing of you being here another day on this earth. That is all harvest. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all? So yeah, um, yeah. So you said it had quite a few things going on. So you're glad to hear that. So you can feel safe now after all that stuff that was going on, and know that your harvest is coming. Like you might not have been in a place of feeling like you had abundance or a lot of stuff going on for you, but if it's not here yet, soon come. And it's safe for you to allow it to come. Like when it comes, because sometimes good things come your way, you just be feeling like, yeah, I don't know about that. Like this might be a setup. It's not. Some good coming for you, let it come. Especially because you've been dealing with this energy for a long time. So let this go. Tap into this. Okay. Cool. Yeah, just quickly looking at the other cards. You got the card that says shine, joy, awakening, storms, and naked. So yeah, three out of those five cards is all about things getting better. The naked one is probably just about like shedding and letting go of some old stuff. And storms are coming out of the storm. So yeah, that was what I think you needed to hear for that one. All right, this is the last one. It's for Kelvin. Um, I've been on here for hour and a half. I think this might have been the longest one I've ever did. But I'm happy about it. I feel like this is what it was supposed to be. Okay. Yes, love it. Okay, yeah. Period. All right. Mm. All right. Kelvin, take a deep breath. Like slow deep breath in your nose, slow deep breath out. And just relax. Yeah. So you another one. You had a bunch of cards pop out. You just had five cards pop out. I'm going to read one of them on here. and I'll just take a picture and send you the other ones. So I want you to pick a number between 1 and 5 and say it to me. And that's the one I'm going to read on here, and then I'll send all of them to you. So I'll wait for you to tell me a number between 1 and 5. You still on here? Yeah. Alrighty. 4. Okay. Interesting. So you got a couple of them cards that just flew out for Nicole. But number 4 is Mama Jumbo, which is the shine card. This is beautiful. She was like basically made out of a tree. This looked like a goat of some sort. But yeah, I'm gonna read this, and then, like I said, I'll take pictures and all of them to you. Just because, one, I'm surprised that Instagram didn't even kick me off yet. I thought that you're gonna leave me on here for like an hour before they cut your joint off. But we'll see. Number for this one is 32. All right, so Mama Jumbo says the goddess of shine from Guinea Basu. Goddess Mama Jumbo glitters as guardian of the lush green forest of Guinea Basu, if I'm saying that right. If her name sounds familiar, it's because Mama Jumbo's name was misconstrued by colonizers and replaced with the term mumbo jumbo, meaning gibberish. Still, she shines. Mama Jumbo's guidance says you were born to shine. Be seen, be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name. We want to learn your dance. You're welcome, Miss Lisa. Embodiment. It says, daring to rise and shine starts with the courage to be seen and heard. Your story matters and someone needs to hear it. Fear of shining brightly keeps you in the shadows, hiding and shrinking. There is no way to claim your voice and avoid rejection, criticism, and judgment. But you are not for everybody. Everyone likes you. You are if everyone likes you, you're not really being you. Okay. And then the goddess declaration is I am ready to be seen and heard. Okay, so you're one of those people who is like good at public speaking and speaking to people, but you don't enjoy it. And you like to be more in house than being more outgoing. Like I would say that recently you have been pushing yourself to step more outside of that comfort and like do more things. But you gotta keep on that journey. Like you gotta let yourself be seen, like fully, completely. Um, and I already know that you don't have no problem being disliked. Like I know you don't give a damn about that, but you do need to let more people see you. Like if they rock with you, they rock with you. If they don't, they don't. But either way, like you have a responsibility to put yourself out there more because you also never know who you're going to impact. And like who you can help literally just in by being yourself and letting people see you being yourself. So yeah, you gotta let yourself shine. Kindness of service, because it's people who are in a dark place that need that light. So that's what I would say for you. Um, just real quick, mention other cards to you. So the first one was Mame Kumba Bang. It says speak up. So, you might got to pop your shit a little bit more. You have Queen Mother Nanny, which is a liberation card, freedom. You have Mami Wata, which is the naked card, which I've never read that one before, but I feel like it's more about, allowing your full self to be seen without like the mask and the distractions. The Shine card was 4, and the last one is um Allah, Allah, which it says is the grief card. Interesting. So yeah, I will send this all to you, um, with all of the descriptions and the pictures of the cards, so you can look at them when you get a chance and just sit with it. I would definitely say make time to read all of them within the next 3 days. So what's this? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Read them before Monday gets here is what I would suggest. Okay. All right. So thank you to everybody still left on the live. Thank you to everybody who joined it and powered through with me. This is my first time doing this and going on 3 years. So I'm definitely grateful to have had the experience that I had doing this. It felt really good. Um, I'm going to be doing this every new moon moving forward as much as it aligns. If sometimes there may be something coming up, I'm going to be gentle with myself and not force it if it doesn't make sense to. But is the plan to have this be the beginning of returning to doing my monthly new moon lives and card pulls. So thank y'all for watching. I will see you later. Definitely by the end of tomorrow, I'll have sent out all of the cards and like the photos in the description so you can sit with it a little bit more. And yeah, again, thank you for joining. And be on the lookout for other things that I'm going to be doing with Meg Jones moving forward. So this is the beginning of a slow return and relaunch of Meg Jones. We are now Meg Jones Lifestyle instead of just Meg Jones Clothing. So I don't know if y'all peeped that I changed the name. I'm going to be working on some other things, and all of that will make more sense soon. But until next time, see y'all. Thanks for joining me. Peace out.